Looks like blue team is just going with their yellow start first, while red is going for a little bit of a split, taking both 2 at yellow and 1 at blue. Not sure if I like this split clear. I personally would appreciate it if
Well,
all
it actually
team.
might work out because they're now all headed to lane. So
Yeah. Splitting the buffs definitely clears faster. So red team will get lane pressure.
they said they need a pause, Dev.
We need to pause. Go ahead and pause. If you need to pause, you guys gotta pause. Remember, it is 3 pauses, 3 minutes. I think for a total of 9, I think you can. If you need to pause, pause.
Clan member Large Porposy 4 is online.
But it's delayed, so we won't see their pause for a while.
It's pretty
Probably
delayed.
very delayed. Probably 2 minutes?
If not
Close to
more.
that?
Probably 3.
Nasty, no, it did not come through yet. Change the names. It's a 2-minute delay. That's a pretty long delay.
See if we can at least see this red buff fight.
And it looks like I didn't see any pause.
That's because it hasn't happened yet. They said they needed to pause about 30 seconds into the game.
It's already 2 minutes
For
into the
us.
game. Oh. I'm not seeing a pause come through yet. Lots of action going on mid lane, but nothing. Nobody's at level. Finally got our first level 5.
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
Hades is
Oh,
level
that's a lot of
5.
damage.
Oh,
Oh,
Neo with the first
That's-
blood.
That's going to be big for blue team there. Chalk going in with the ult. I think just to get some peel off of his tower there. Good play by the Achilles and the Merlin there, lining up those abilities
Very good play.
onto the Hades, not allowing him to heal off the wave.
I see the pause reason why now. Looks like Tail of Gaming has disconnected. It's like a pause might be coming through, and a pause has come through.
Yep. There it goes. Someone unpaused?
Okay, so it looks like we have a pause here. $6:58 my time. Teams are definitely allowed to pause, guys, if they need to. There is a limit as far as the total amount of time that you can pause a game. If the red team does exhaust that entire limit, then they automatically forfeit the game. It's unfortunate, but you know things happen, and I understand that. But we can't have infinite unpauses and pauses and infinite time of pausing as well. So. While we wait for the for Tails' internet to come back up and running, and looks like he's back in the game. Looks like he's connected on my end. I'm not sure if this is who played Tyr. I think Tyr was played by Cobbs, I believe.
Yes. Cobb was on tier.
Okay, looks like they unpaused.
Back in the action.
We are back.
Merlin got that Divine Ruin up on that back after getting the first blood. Very good.
I think that's very important against a team that has a lot of sustain in their kit. Yamoja with that can heal, Chalk can heal. Hades, of course, he has abilities that can heal himself.
Merlin taking care of this lane. It looks like red's going for red. It seems they'll be able to get it pretty uncontested here.
Blue buff going, blue team, red team pushing lane. Wave is going to come in a tower here. The red team's going for mids. Here is looking. Here with the push.
Here's a little bit out of position.
Good job.
I personally don't like seeing a whole wave pushed into a tower. Mayonnaise Mahal for the follow.
Unfortunate.
So far, pretty calm since the first blood. It's 5 minutes in.
Very passive game right now.
Slight experience and gold lead by blue. All alts on red are up. So is blue. Nice 3-man stun on with Yamoja. Taylor Gaming gets out of there with this tiered alt. A lot of damage. Alts were expended by base, postal, and tail. I don't think anybody got at the better end of that.
Spike Knuckle is online.
Again, not much action, I think, or not much really going on since the first blood. Looks like there's going to be a fight here at the red.
Merlin's not there, so it's going to be hard for them to contest this. Tier pushing them away. 80's ults, though, that doesn't look good for either of them. Tier
Merlin's
very
just
low.
showing up. Red eventually drops, goes to blue team. Teams are low, but still
Merlin
no
damage
deaths.
on point there. Yeah, no deaths here. I think, you know, Emoji.
Oh.
Oh, that's a tier blink.
blink.
Perfect by Tail. Great timing. Fortunately, Hilltopper got caught off guard there on the back.
And he's not done.
That's an Achilles kill. Fortunately, Umoja out of mana, out of Omi, not able to heal her teammate out of that execution. Tough. Well, I think this might be a dead Umoja here. No, she gets out.
That 3 saved her right there. Merlin's damage is incredibly potent right now.
What is he building? What is the Merlin building? So he does have anti-heals. He does have some cooldown and a starter item.
Like Hades is building in some physical defense. A smart play considering how hard Tier is focusing him right now.
It's a lot of there's a lot of defensive items on the red side team. Do you think they'll have enough damage?
I think
On
they
red
have
team?
enough.
Yeah.
They have a lot of base damage. And Chak and Yamoja both have poor scaling, so I don't think it matters too much that they're building high defense.
Merlin's all alone, but here comes Tyr.
Moja ults.
That's his defensive vault from Emoja.
You're definitely looking in. Whole lot of nothing happening right there. So I'd like to see the team that's pushed all the way up to their tower line start farming.
Blue team with an invade.
Emoji's
Successfully
denying the
defended.
steal.
Chalk out of position here. He's got to be careful. Tyr looking for the Hades, possibly.
About 10 minutes in, blue team with a 3-0 lead.
And a 2k gold lead.
There's just so many angles you're having to watch out as red team. You got Tyr in the jungle there, Keely's in your face, and then Merlin able to blink and get out his abilities, you know, over these walls. It's kind of scary for red team right now.
Tyr able to take the red. Dropping the red for his team. Tyr going in with a blink.
Achilles.
Oh,
going
Tyr
to pick it
push.
up? No.
Here comes. Oh, no, the Merlin is back there watching. I think they're waiting for something particular to happen here.
I think they're waiting for Hades and Chalk to engage. I think they want to go for a defensive play here. Tyr in position, doesn't get anyone.
Merlin now in the frost spec.
Entirety of red team backed off. Should be a good time to get some pressure.
Keely's getting some anti-heals here with Pestilence. He's got Gauntlet of Thebes, Warrior Tabby. He's going to be pretty tanky here pretty soon. I mean, I don't like to see a tanky Achilles. That's something tough to deal with. With all his mobility, I mean, he brings that execute potential, and he's hard to take down, so...
And if they stack enough anti-heal, he will be able to get it off.
That's right, with Divine on Merlin. You know, I'd like to see maybe a beat stick on Tyr come out. We might not see that, but would definitely help. Big fight here going on in the mid. Looks like we have Merlin doing spoke damage. Keely's baiting out some abilities here from the Emoji and the Chalk. Gotta watch out for this Tyr over here, though. This Tyr. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky tail over here.
All right, Cord.
Think they see him. They recognize that he's there. Oh, he's going for it. He said, I don't
Have
care
fun
that
on
you
stream.
see me. I'm going to go into the back of your tower and push your whole team.
He is out of position, though.
That baits Emoji
could have been better.
That was a great play by the Tyr.
Cord,
Baits
when you
out
close out, send them my way.
Emoji ult
I'm just
and
kidding.
a couple of abilities.
What's going on, Large Porpoise? Porpoise, we're doing a tournament right now, man. We're doing the
Cordy.
Ohana Charity Showdown, man. What's up, Large?
Have a good stream on Spy Game.
Model for all the host guys coming through.
Achilles gets the execute off on Emoja.
Look at this jump by Tyr. Oh, just misses the mark off the Hades. Perfect dash by the Hades here. But this might be a tower.
Achilles
This is
just
definitely-
barely didn't get Chalk with that other execute.
This,
Chalk just
yeah,
barely
this is
out of
definitely a
range.
tower here.
The first objective goes to blue team. Looks like
That double
Looks like
front
they're
line.
going
I mean,
towards red.
that.
I mean, to be honest, though, you know, you've got almost a triple front line on red team. I just don't know if the Hades is able to bring as much as the Merlin's doing. If you look at that player damage again, that's the primary stat we've been seeing tonight as the separation here.
I
that
think
player
Hades
damage.
is just too up front. They needed a backline magic damage, and they just don't have that.
Hardcore,
Yeah,
you use Mahalo for the
Hades
host.
got to get up there in front, and you really don't want to as Hades to get up in front of a
Tyr or an
An
Achilles.
Achilles. That's
Both
a bad,
of those shut down Hades pretty easily.
Right. You just got Merlin to follow up with all his damage behind it. So tough matchup for red team. They definitely need to figure out how they want a team fight here and who they want to look at as a target, because you know Merlin's going to have the blink out of the Hades ult. The other two are pretty much not affected by the other two ults, so
That's what we're doing, Spike.
Yeah.
We'll go as much through the winner bracket as we can, as it allow us to, and then we'll
You
see.
cannot run losers round 1 until winners round 2 is over. I would like to see a Bull Demon play right here. I don't think they can really get into that Phoenix.
I don't think so either, but what they're allowing it to do is get farm on this blue buff here. If you notice, all the buffs are down. They're probably looking to secure blue, then maybe rotate to demon. I don't see them pushing, although Tier's looking for this blink through the wall, probably going to push him out of the Phoenix here. Here it comes.
Ooh, there's the Tier
Like
ult.
clockwork. Yep. That's a
Shock
chalk
counter ults.
ult. Merlin might be in trouble here. He's going to have to back out here. That leaves Achilles and Tier up front. That's a big Hades ult. No damage taken by these guys. They're just so tanky right now.
Tier is just cutting through this Hades.
The Achilles stun onto the Emoja. Emoja tries to get the stun on. It lands it on the Achilles.
Motion's low.
This
Here
might-
comes Tier.
Oh, Tier onto the
Oh.
Emoja. Is this going to happen? Oh,
No.
just off the mark. Tier is in trouble now. Getting chased down by the Titan. There's the shell from Achilles. The peel from Achilles. Postal looking for this land on the chalk. Oh, the peel from
Oh,
the Merlin.
no.
Will he make it out? Will he make it? Oh, guys, this is going to hurt. Oh, that's going to hurt. Here's the chalk.
There's
blink.
Chalk.
There
They
it is.
finally
They
take down
secured.
the
They
Tier.
said, you're not getting away. Not for that.
They
Not for
will
that.
not let that Titan dive get away.
They would not.
The blue team does get the red buff uncontended.
I will say, I like the effort.
Blue
Big-
team
big
still
round
at a 3K lead.
Round of applause for the effort on that Tier. You know,
Merlin
he tried
2
to make it out.
levels ahead of Hades.
It's
And
okay.
that's showing in their
Spike.
damage difference.
I'm just trying to control the camera, and then
Yeah,
making sure
no,
everything's okay.
Nothing like that, Spike. That's
We
not
had
about
our
that.
we had our roles in the beginning. Gumby, how's it going, man?
Tier on the speed buff here. Just getting a little farm in.
Every member of blue clearing
I tell
some
you-
sort of.
I really am a
farm.
fan of the Tier with the speed buff. Me personally, when I play Tier, I'm always looking for that yellow buff. It's always so nice to have on him. This
Blue
looks
team
like-
moving on a unit and look like they're going for the bull
Looks like
demon
they're
here.
going for bull.
Would they be baiting it or are they actually going to take it?
This might
They're
be well, it's not warded.
Merlin's
like they're getting
dropping a
curious.
lot of
Red
his
team?
damage on there.
Red
Tier's
team-
kind of
Cutting
curious.
them
They're
off.
wondering what's going on. They're just kind of sitting in the lane, wondering why Tier's there. They think that they're
Although
going to get
Tier
baited into a
has
fight
been
here.
sitting there quite a while, so it doesn't look too out of the ordinary.
Red team's
And they got it.
They got it. Blue team
Easily.
cleared easily, no contest whatsoever.
Red team looking a little surprised there by that.
Pink's coming out.
They probably wanted to be there for that. This is going to be a big fight here for Red team, wanting to eliminate the. There goes
Merlin got caught
the
out.
Merlin. No demon on the Merlin at this point. Keely's looking
Tier's
for that
chopping
Hades.
up Hades.
There it is. Here comes the
Uh-oh.
execute. Oh, that's the blink.
Hades blink.
There's the blink followed in. Oh, just off the mark from the
Sir
Achilles.
Slash dropped it.
Tail looking for the push onto the Achilles.
can
This
tell
still
he is
might be a dead
upset.
Hades.
Oh,
that is still
that's
a dead Hades. In the
Hades.
Titan. In the Titan. Dead
Achilles
Hades.
is just so tanky. He doesn't care at all.
Only problem is now we have no structure damage on this Phoenix, so still got a good timer on the buff itself. I'd like to see, you know, them reset here and try to get some pressure on this Phoenix.
Tier is just harassing them.
All members
He's
of
just
blue
kind
team
of
is
stating
up.
his presence here.
Hades is up
Saying,
in
hey.
6.
Saying, I see Chalk and Emoji. I'm not scared. I'm just gonna stay here and have fun with you guys for a little while. Securing the
That
red
looks like
buff
he's
for
gonna
his
get this
team.
red buff. Ugh. Is not looking too good for the red team. It's still winnable.
If we can we go to experience, Davion?
Net worth, structure, golden hand, XP per minute.
That's
Experience.
it. Per minute.
Per
So
minute.
If we look at it, if we look at per minute from the Hades to the Merlin,
Oh wow.
that's a pretty significant difference there.
Three levels down.
Double, but 3 levels is enough to make a difference or feel like a difference. And if you look at that Achilles level 16 to the Hades level 13, I mean, that's their main source of damage right now, I think, is the Hades. So not very good position right now for red team.
Let's go look at the player damage. We can see. Player damage is actually Chalk leading the red team.
Not what you want to
Hades
see,
is
though,
just
for
too
that.
far behind.
I think at this point, Chalk is getting the damage because he's just a little bit more tanky, higher level. He's able to get in there with his ult, but I'd really like to see this Hades start getting in these fights.
Hades' ult is also very hard to confirm against blue team. Hades ulted Merlin. Merlin got away with barely any health.
Well,
Like Tyr and Achilles
gotta
are
be
going
careful
for
here.
this Yamoja.
Oh, that's big damage. And the
Yep,
Achilles
and he
gets
got
to
the
execute. Great job by the Achilles landing that on the mark. You know,
Merlin got away safely.
I always think Achilles is easy to play when I'm fighting against him, and then I put a behind the mouse and keyboard trying to land that ult. It's a lot harder than it seems.
that ult is hard to land. I think I've only landed it once out of all the times I played Achilles. Not a fan of him either, but he is very tanky in the right hands. Very tanky and does a lot of damage.
I really love the Achilles build here. I mean, look if you look at that build, just enough health, just enough power, just enough utility on that build
Increased
to make
healing
him
to
so
mitigate some of
effective.
the red team's anti-heal as well.
And we did see the beat stick come out of the tier, which I love.
And a
I
relic
think
dagger.
this-
Faster blinks,
No.
very good.
They're playing into this red team perfectly. As on the other hand, red team is just trying to build, survivability at this point, I think.
Looks like Merlin's also going to be building into Gem of ISO.
As Raythology said, they're missing anti-heals on Chalk and on Yamoja. But compared to the
Yeah, and
sustain
especially
coming
on
from...
a tier, a tier and an
Hades,
Achilles.
however, did pick up this Merlin kill.
This
Hades
is very
ult,
nice Hades ult here.
not quite
This
enough
Chalk-
to take
this
care
Chalk
of these
is
tanks.
just swinging on this Achilles. I'd like to see Emoji try to get in here. He's just so low on Omi right now. Not quite able to spam her abilities as she would like to. Chalk is going to pull Tyr out of position here. Hades slowly approaching in this corner. I'd like to see maybe a silence right here onto this Tyr. Achilles having to be careful. Just going to push out the wave here. Chalk also pretty low. Hades looking for this Achilles. Very nice. Just not quite enough damage yet. Unfortunately on the Achilles,
You're
but he
getting
is
beat
very,
up
very
by
tricky.
or Achilles. God, tongue twisted. There's a lot of stuff going on right
There's
now.
a lot of stuff.
There is a lot.
All the camera angles changing.
Trying to keep up here. I mean, you got this fight going on over here. This guy chasing over here. I mean, just a ton of action. Hard to
Tyr looking
follow.
at red buff again. I'd like to see Merlin get this red buff from this point forward. I mean,
For sure.
his damage should be approaching end game damage. So
I would like to see a little more pen on Merlin though when he replaces his relic.
don't know if Gem of ISO is something I would go with here. I don't think them necessarily getting away is the problem. It's just more
I think confirming kill.
confirming a kill in the window that you get at CC, right? So we get the tier push into the Achilles stun, and then we want that big damage coming out from the Merlin behind that.
Red team is hanging on.
Considering, I mean, if you look at player damage now, we're starting to get to almost a playing field here where everyone's on an equal playing field. I'd like
Goldie
to
is
see
about
where
the
this
same,
goes.
But the later this game goes on, the less that means.
Looks like we're looking at Bull Demon here. Got two or three members. Looks like 2 members on Bull Demon from blue team.
Here
Red
comes
team collapsing onto the blue team while Bull Demon is aggroed.
Merlin playing smart, staying far away from red.
This Chalk is looking to ult on this Merlin. You can just feel it. Here he goes. This Achilles is going to slowly poke down this Umoja. At some point, they're not going to have enough to sustain this fight. This Hades is taking really big damage from Tyr right now.
Here is absolutely just zoning the
If
entire
I'm blue
team
team, I'm
off.
retreating and going back to Bull Demon. I'm going to finish that Bull Demon while they're retreating. You just have to watch
Red
out for the
team
steal. The emoji
Hardly
is watching.
touched from that fight.
This is going to be a free demon here. It looks like Chalk and Hades are on their way. I
It'll
don't
be too
think they'll be
late.
there in time.
Can't get there fast enough.
That's unfortunate.
Achilles is still here as well.
Achilles just harassing that team. I mean, between the Achilles and the Tyr, that's something I wouldn't want to be against right now. Just constantly having to watch every angle of the map.
Now that it's late game, they don't care about the team fight. They want that Phoenix.
Yes.
Ult from Umoja. This is maybe an interesting ult here. Looks like his defensive ult. Achilles being smart, focusing this Phoenix. We want a lot of pressure on this objectives. Get this objectives out of the way. Tyr just peeling and peeling for Achilles to get that damage on that Phoenix. There's a lot of minions here.
Looks like Achilles will get this Phoenix.
That's a big win for blue team there.
It's exactly what they wanted to do.
Exactly. Disco Brunix.
Let's go, Brent.
You're grabbing red before retreating.
Don't know. That might be risky grabbing that red. It's a little. Well, he's still got plenty of health here. Tyr's not even worried about that.
Merlin peeling a little bit for him as well.
Yeah, again, I don't know if I like that Gem of Isolation on Merlin here.
Yeah, I don't.
I'd rather see that go into Spirit Desolation, anything other, maybe even Coin, but not.
I think
not
a Spirit
Gem of
Deso
Iso.
would replace the starter item. Probably would be the way I would go.
Yeah, but it would have been nicer to have 2 pen items. in
Autry
those last
Ghetto,
2 slots.
congrats on the 4th milestone giveaway.
They're an incredibly beefy team.
Also, it's a tough game for Merlin. You know, there's a lot of big ults on red team, so he's got to play pretty safe.
A lot of big ults and good chase. Doc is not the type of god to let a Merlin walk away free.
Well, and you think, you know, with Tyr having to aggress with Achilles aggressing with the Tyr, that leaves Merlin back there.
5th milestone giveaway has started, guys. 5th milestone giveaway has started.
A way you can get around that is, you know, just going straight in there with your Tyr, with your Achilles being right up front in that fight, and then maybe using the
Fortunately,
blink to
that
get
will
out.
leave you vulnerable to Hades and Yamoja. Big AoE damage that doesn't really care who.
Look at this Tyr on
nearby.
this
So
Hades.
lots of
This is
damage
so
on
much
Hades.
damage. So much damage. Just a nice emoji ult to peel off the Tyr. Tyr taking quite a bit of damage here. Gonna have to retreat. Achilles still up in front.
Yamoja finally getting some anti-heal online with that Pestilence.
This is the hardest part of the game, right? Trying to get into that Titan, trying to get a kill, trying to get something out of these fights. Merlin gonna go ahead and retreat. This looks like a tough engagement here for blue. Red chasing the Merlin down. Merlin using the Aegis and the beads, gets out. Gotta be careful for this chalk blink here.
Gala Gaming just going right into that Titan.
And that's
Eating up
that's
on
a lot of
Yamoja.
damage on that Titan. I mean, you
Yamoja
got fire minions hit
Showdown.
the Titan. If I'm here, I'm still slapping on that Titan. You got fire minions poking at him. There's a chockle.
Unfortunately, Chalk damage was enough to get rid of him. Slash just in the back line, just beating up Yamoja.
This is where this build is going to come in handy. I mean, look at this guy just tanking the Titan for over
If
at
Chalk
least 10
can't get him
seconds
off, it's
now.
game. Hades got back
Oh.
at the right time. Phoenix is up
Phoenix
as
is
well.
up. That's
That
going to
Titan
Titan
was-
generation on
Why
the Titan.
the Titan did not die. Phoenix came up at the worst possible time for them.
Very, very, very good effort on both sides. Great defense from red team. Great aggression from blue team. Unfortunately, blue team wasn't able to secure the Titan. Phoenix is back up now, and this is going to start another phase of the late game. Looks like Hades is feeling comfortable now, really trying to aggress this Merlin.
It's going to be really hard for Merlin to defend this tier 1.
Showing that
how
he
much
is
defense
no
they
longer
have.
afraid.
They do
To
not
use
care
his
about
dash.
tier 1 damage.
Here it is again. Forcing the Merlin blink, getting the chockles on the Merlin. There's
Yes,
the
I am.
axe. This is a lot of damage on the Hades. It's
If you
not
want to keep
good.
it to DX, that's fine.
Ooh.
Hades goes down.
Hades gets caught out in the Phoenix by tier.
Fortunately, just a little bit too aggressive, pushing in almost to the Phoenix there on the Hades. Tier sees that, executes on it, and it's a kill for blue team.
Now with Sir Slash back up, I'd like to see Tyr and Achilles just walk into Phoenix and just eat it.
That or just steal another Bull Demon. I mean, they are down a teammate. You can always
They're
start Bull
going
Demon.
right in.
As to be expected. Did call Wiggles. Let's see this get just melted
Tyr
here.
gets caught out alone though. Sir Slash was not there fast enough. Looks like Achilles.
Oakley
Phoenix
coming in with a $10 dono
They're
hike.
going straight for it.
Mahalo's Oak.
That might be game here. Titan does not have a lot of health at this stage
No,
of
it's
the
burning
game.
it down.
over.
First
That is
Game one
game.
goes to
Go ahead.
Blue team.
Sagandis.
First team, a 31-minute game. First game goes to Sagandis.
GG's,
Sir Slash
guys.
Telegaming,
Farewell.
Nia Misto again. GG's. Let's look at the charts. What a long game. Wow. A beefy front line with a Merlin in the background for that added damage. That slash, though, on Achilles, 5-1.
Very strong plays by Slash.
X49
Focusing those
online.
Phoenixes.
It's interesting.
Definitely helpful.
Yeah. It's interesting to see the damage, though. What Tyr out-damaged Merlin and Achilles for the blue side.
Tyr was incredibly
Do you ever look at someone and
good
wonder,
at harassing
what is
out the
going on
Hades and
inside their
Yamoja.
head?
That was just tough. I think Hades just couldn't do what he wanted to do as early as he would have liked to do what Hades does, right? Just get in your face.
This is an interesting build coming from the Persephones. I'm not used to Warriors blessing on Persephones. This will be very interesting. I've not seen that. I don't know if there's a lot of sustain with this build, but it's definitely, since it's Joust, you definitely can go back and grab what you need. You know, coming from like playing a lot of Assault and a lot of Conquest with Persephones, this is definitely not a lot of sustain in this build.
I think what she's looking for, Dav, here is probably be able to sustain herself in these big tanks, right? So she wants to be able to stay in these fights, not worry about taking a lot of poke damage.
Yeah. She goes the 1-1 across the board on all her abilities, but it's not able to clear the blue by herself. Blue will have pressure right away on the tower, pushing in a wave.
My garden grows.
Colin building that rage already. Looks like blue team's going straight for mids, really grinding that XP. They're gonna try to get this lead early. It seems like the way they're moving.
And I think that's the right move for blue, because if they can keep up some kind of experience or some kind of gold lead, I think that'll put them in a better spot as the game goes on.
Yeah, agreed. And then here comes that Colin. Big transformation. Great push by the Kazembo. It's gonna get the punch out from Colin. This is a lot of damage from their team. You know, they have a lot of poke. Red team does, but you have great counter engage from blue team. You know, this is where I say you really want to see Chalk and Hades get up in the face of these characters so they can't bully you at tower.
Red team with all able to clear faster wave, pushing in a wave into the blue tower.
Also, you know, Persephone's just throwing out whatever she can. She wants to build that Warrior's Blessing as fast as she can.
And also start building up plants. Her plants are actually not as much as I thought it would be. I mean, if I was here as Persephone's, I would have had my plants all over the mid right now.
Right. Because Zembo's over here at the red. Chalk Hades in the middle. Looks like we're just going to see what happens here. Someone's trying to make a move on red. I think we might get a little skirmish here. Stephanie with the plants on the red. This might be a red buff to red team here. It does go to red. It does actually blue steals it. Zembo looking at the Merlin, pushes the Merlin in. Not a whole lot done on that Merlin.
Right now, still everybody's level 4, but that'll change here pretty quickly. Merlin hitting level 5. Persephone's hitting level 5 as well.
I think this is going to be... Experience is going to be really key here in farming efficiency. I think that the sooner you get level 5, you know, start getting these items online, get this gold going, it's going to be very crucial to both teams. I really like the Merlin here, going straight into what I would imagine being a divine. I like that choice from Merlin for the Hades again.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
I'm back.
No problem.
Seems like a pretty even game so far. Double mage on red. Very interesting.
Persephone out of mana, but it looks like this Cullen's Troll Shell really would like to see some aggression here from blue team onto these mages. They just, I don't know if we have quite enough health on the Hades to do that. But great engagement. You got a shell that's an active down for red team. Blue team knows that, and hopefully we'll see some execution on that front.
So far, still 0-0, 4 minutes and 30 seconds into the game.
Just look at this player damage difference already. Persephone, 1800 damage with the Hades at 500. This is that gap I'm talking about where you want to try and get that closed sooner than later, because it's just going to get wider and wider as the game goes on.
Especially against a beast like Persephone.
Right.
Her damage does not fall off.
Here comes an ult from Persephone's, landing onto...
All three.
Oh, God.
Wow. Cullen is in big trouble right here, and he gets away.
He does get away. I'd like to see the Merlin, unfortunately, is out of mana. They just gets, if he had one more ability on that chalk, would have been dead. Persephone is looking to chase his chalk, possibly send some plants after. I really like what Persephone's doing here. She's really harassing, playing the game that she should be played, right? She does have burst damage, but what she's, I think, most famous for is just harassing the team, right? Just constantly poking you.
Becoming an annoyance to the team is definitely frustrating to the other team. That's what I like doing as a Persephone's. Go Chalk.
I will say, if Chalk can somehow manage to find his way back towards Merlin and Persephone and gets a nice ult, it's a big deterrent. I mean, you can pretty much almost get them out of the fight just with that ult, you know, followed by an axe, or an axe with the ult followed into his, you know, spinning ability. So Like to see Chalk get back there, especially Kazembo as well. You know, maybe a blink on Kazembo, blink ult, and then followed up by a Chalk ult. There's some options there for blue team. It's just how they want to utilize that comp right now.
You know, as this game goes on longer and longer, if Red doesn't find anything early, I think they'll have a tougher time in the long run. Here comes the Persephone's ult. Leaving the uprights.
Gets the mark on the looks like the Kazembo back there. There's a lot of damage on this Chalk here. I don't think he can take this. Hades also pretty low. Kazembo's just gonna peel for the team. Make sure they get out.
Definitely going to get harder and harder for red team to get damage off against the double tank comp.
Eight minutes in and we're still 0-0.
Hades building the Bancrofts into the boots. It looks like this is going to be a very mage, power build from Hades, which is what I would like to see. I would like to see him mid to late game start really pounding on those backliners.
If he is the damage for the blue team, he definitely needs to catch up. Being right now last in the player damage list.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because he just can't get in right now at the moment. Chalk able to use his axe and his ult to get in some damage, but once Hades commits, he commits. That's the downside about Hades. So just kind of being patient with him. I would like to. He looks like he's doing well on XP. He's level 9, so he's staying in the game. He's still relatively present. There are those gods like Merlin, Persephone, where you're just constantly harassing team, and then there's gods kind of like Hades and Zeus, where it's a lot of damage at a particular moment in time, and making sure you execute in that specific time frame to secure that kill. So that's going to be a good fight. I mean, still 0-0. Gold is almost tied. I mean, it's a very minimal margin here we're talking about in gold.
Yeah, experience showing favor as far as the blue team, but gold is showing favor to red.
I think it's like a 200 gold lead, 250 gold lead.
Persephone's damage though.
Persephone onto the Chalk, followed by the Cloak and the Merlin. That's just tough. Great ult by the Hades.
Do we have a return kill?
We
have a return kill.
Hilltopper with a fantastic ult,
Very
securing the
good.
kill. It's a good trade. Red team still pulling up ahead a little bit on the gold there. Experience, however, has leveled out, it appears. So
The difference in damage, though, compared to Hades and Persephone is astronomical right now. A 5,500 damage lead is insane.
I will say I wouldn't be surprised late game if that gap quickly closes. If Hades starts getting these ults on more than one god, getting it on 2 or 3 gods at a time, those numbers can close pretty fast. So great ult by the Hades. Just continue to be patient. Look for these late game team fights. I think is what Blue's looking to do here.
Unfortunately, neither team really has good tower push.
What do you think about that Stone of Fel on Hades?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that item.
It's an interesting item to take.
It gives you a portion of the god on your team who has the most magic defense is defense. Yeah, 20% of the protections of the nearby allied god that has the most.
The problem is if you unhighlight that, Dev, and look at the team here. So you've only got, right now, pretty much one magical item on Kazembo, maybe 2 coming. But right now it's just one. I don't really like that item this early.
Chalk has Runic Shield, which gives magic defense, and he's building into another magic defense item. Kuzembo has Heart Word, which is giving Chalk more defense, so it's not a terrible play, I'd say.
We look at it though, I think IDP does bring a good point that this is something that where protection of all nearby allied guides within the highest magical protections within 70 feet. I mean, this means that they are looking to dive in altogether.
They're going in
there
very
they are.
hard right now.
Persephone's taking a spill. Still a
Hades died for
1-for-1
it, though.
trade.
See if Kuzembo gets killed. Oh, Kuzembo looks like he'll get away. Chalk too. Oh,
Ooh.
nope, Chalk gets away.
Great
30
team
some
fight there
damage.
from both
20
parties.
some
I mean,
damage.
that was awesome. Awesome from the blue team. Love that going in together, as IDP stated. Going in all together, trying to utilize all 3 ults at the same time. Big damage.
A little bit of tower damage going off right now.
Hilltopper just not able to make it out of that last engagement. Unfortunate. Would have been a very great play for blue team. Just that tower damage.
IDP is calling you out.
No, that's actually an inside joke. That's somebody we used to play with.
Oh,
Oh.
K Sully 1102 is online.
If I'm thinking correct, IDP, you let me know.
skins are allowed. It's just preferred you don't.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on?
Okay, Sully coming in with the host.
What book do you think Persephone's going into right now?
I would say Soul
Cole?
Reaver.
Kukolin's just putting a lot of damage out on this Kuzembo, more than I would expect.
Well,
To be honest.
they hardly have any physical
physical.
defense.
Yeah, I think for me,
Really disrespecting that Kukulin.
Soul Reaver. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It is Soul Reaver. Merlin's also building a book.
remember Reaver does come with, I think it's 10% or 10 flat,
10%.
10%.
10%. So
Double Reaver's coming on. Reavers make sense with all the health that they're building on the blue side.
For sure.
Comes Chalk with an alt. Link alt. Comes Hades coming in with.
Ooh. They're all
Persephone's
collapsing on
ult.
Tail. Tail gets away, though. Oh no, that was Neo.
Hardcore Ryu, congratulations.
goes to Persephone chase. Oh, Kazembo. Tell Persephone, no, not in my house. I'm really liking the synergy from blue team this game. They seem to be on it together.
For all
Really
the winners
synergized.
tonight, be sure you guys are on my Discord. Zenith, Lovable Gath, Zimmer Pain, Hardcore
You can definitely
Ryu.
tell that the blue team has played frequently before. They have really good
Gato.
synergy.
Be sure you guys are on the Discord. Red goes to Taylor Gaming on Persephone's. $16 into the game, and we're at two. A gold lead by red team. We're still in the first round. Hey, Sully.
The second match of the second set
it-
in round one.
Have to get on the PC.
Comes the Kuzubo looking at the back line. Like to see that. Forcing them back to tower. Chalk also looking at the back line. This is really good. We just got to watch out for Kukolan. Make sure he doesn't get too much free damage back there. Kazembo trying to push on the Merlin a little bit here. Kukolan getting a lot of free damage here. He's doing a lot of damage to Kazembo, not really getting hit back for it. There goes the
Persephone
ult.
the
It's
ult.
all three. Great ult from Persephone. That might
Cullen's
be
just
Kazembo.
going
That's
all in. Wow.
He got way too much free damage. I think in my opinion, just
all three
following that
ults
Kazembo.
thrown on Cullen to get him. He'll be killed here, but they wasted a lot on him. Very hard to push a tower against these teams.
And looking at that player damage, and obviously Persephone again still at the top there, but what I do see is Merlin and Hades tied up now almost in damage. So you're starting to see that gap close a little bit.
Even with the two topping, Kukulin and Persephone's on the red team topping player damage, it's still 3-3 as far as kills go. Can I show the golden hand? Golden hand.
Yeah,
Merlin.
1900 golden hand. He could definitely finish Soul Reaver.
And looks like that's what he's
There he goes. Yep,
going to do. Yeah.
got it.
2 Soul Reavers. Here's an item that
He
I
had
normally
backed before that
don't
fight. He
build.
would have definitely had it.
A Void Stone coming out on Persephone's. Interesting.
Not a big fan of Void Stone on Persephone, but I can see why he did it.
But too
Sleep on
magical.
This chalk, this chalk is gonna start looking to aggress here soon. I think with this Kazemi, he's level 15, so likewise with the Hades. Merlin and Persephone starting to get a lot of mana here. They're going to be able to do a lot more poke here soon. So, Toby with the $10.
Toby, models for the $10 donation.
The notorious Kappa. Comes that Kukulin again, doing a lot of damage. Wow, Persephone ult hits the mark again. Looks like this Kazebo's just out there taking the damage, peeling for the team. Little counter aggression from Red here. Just gonna go ahead and retreat off. They know that Hades is wanting that fight all day. Here it comes, looking for the dash, just getting
Wow.
the Kukulin there.
Both ults
Great-
burn,
great-
trying to get Perseph.
Great ages from Perseph there. Unfortunately, Chalk goes down here. Looking at that, well, that's a lot of damage out of the Merlin just for that one ability.
Yeah.
Starting to see that Reaver come online now. Kukulin, I mean, he's been just harassing this team. I think more so than Persephone now. Persephone did her job early, but Kukulin's definitely taking the reins here as far as aggression, as he should be. He's up in their faces.
The staggered death timers aren't helping their sugar push. I definitely agree with that. What's going on, DX?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with the idea there. You really are trying to look for with the kind of ults that blue team has and red team, you know, you're looking to get more than one at least to try to get that structure damage online. However, they could always try to bait a fight over on Bull Demon. I don't know that I'd do that for tower, but if it gets this late in the game where it becomes a stalemate, you could always try to force a fight over there. Just, I personally wouldn't want to fight in Bull Demon with a Hades in the jungle, you know. It's just not a good feeling.
Okay. Actors are down on Chalk and on Persephone's. I think they're just gonna stay clear for now. Just keep things the way they are until the actives come back up.
How do you feel about the sprint from the Kazembo?
If they
I
get
like the
stuck,
sprint.
if they get stuck with Persephone's ult, though, I mean the sprint really won't do them much.
Yeah, but they want to be able to chase down the Merlin and Persephone after they jump away.
Ah,
Great ult. Double ults coming in. Really looking for this Merlin damage. There it is. There's the Merlin damage we needed to see come online.
Cullen
Big
just tearing
damage.
it up.
Yes, he's becoming a force to be reckoned with at this point in the game now.
and this is a tower for red team.
It's gonna be hard for them to aggress any further, though.
Again, I get the wanting to stack that magical defense, obviously, because there are two mages, but that Kukulin is taking full advantage of that right now.
Merlin barely getting away from the Hades.
That Hades healed back to full health. He said, I'm looking to fight. If you want to go Persephone, let me know. I'm here. Persephone playing with fire here. I don't know necessarily that I would just...
I would get
here,
out
maybe.
as a Persephone's, knowing that
Missing the ult here. This is not a good situation for Persephone right now. This is going to be a kill.
That is
Fortunately,
unfortunate.
getting a little too comfortable with the Hades there.
However, finally getting that tier 1 down puts red in a very good position.
But back to what ID says, it doesn't really help that, you know, they get one kill. Can't get a whole lot of structure push off of that with the team that they have.
low tower kill ability.
Really would like to see some more action from blue team here. Looks like everything's gonna be coming back up here in about 20 seconds. We'll have all actives back up. You know, blue team still has beads down for 40. Aegis is also down on the Merlin for another 55 seconds. I'd like to see blue, you know, execute here on something.
Definitely want to start.
Working
seeing some
all
more
games have been
hunters in
great,
the
man.
Next few games.
There's
The
lots
lack
to
of
learn from all games.
Hunters and ADCs is very apparent based on how long it's taken to get these towers down.
And with all this, Kukulin is just running down this team right now, saying, "I don't care. Come fight me."
Chalk looking to go in.
Hades looking for the backline. Chalk going in with the ult on the backline. This is good for blue team here. We need to really focus on this backline. Get some big ult with the big damage here.
Gala Gaming barely away.
Merlin is going to blink out of that, as he should. Looks like there's going to be a big retreat here.
Stephanie was so low it was showing that she was dead. Oh wow.
Great from Hilltopper there to get that kill.
Slash picking it up though.
Kukulin getting the kill back. This might be... Chalk's got to be careful here. Kukulin is looking to chase. Very good engagement, and Kukulin just standing his ground, just does not care. care that there was a 2v1 fight there. Taking it straight on. Well played by both teams.
Persephone
Caleb
picking
Gaming
up the Kuzembo. Very
getting
nice.
the Kizembo. This is gonna be interesting here to see how what they decide to do here. Whether it's Phoenix, Bull Demon, Red Buff. What do you think, Davion? What do you think they should look at here?
I think start getting the red. I mean, Bull Demon. Bull Demon right now, I think, is probably key to help them get into that to get that Phoenix. They don't have a lot of tower pressure. They don't have a lot of objective pressure for the Phoenix. I think getting the Bull Demon King, so they don't have that added pressure from the damage from the Phoenix, I think, is key here. Looks like blue team is not going to contest. And the Demon King goes way of the red team. They do need to capitalize, but I don't think they could have done anything there. They couldn't have not getting the Phoenix without anything.
Gonna lock down on the Kizembo here. Colin going in as usual.
They definitely do.
Watch out here. The backline's gonna be in trouble here. Beads are down from Persephone. This is not good. Persephone goes down. Merlin still has beads and Aegis along with Blink, so he's out of the fight. He's already back at Phoenix, it looks like. Again, Kukulin just
wants to fight.
Just saying,
Does
I
not
don't care. You're not coming in my tower. Not today. Not never. Oh, this is not good for Colin. This is big damage here. Ulting. Going into the Phoenix without tower being down. Don't really think they mind that, though. This is going to be a tower for blue team, I think, here. Yes, definitely. Full wave here.
I would have liked to see an Obsidian Shard from Merlin last item instead of the Void Stone.
Blue team on the Phoenix objective.
Blue team going to secure the Phoenix objective.
Wow.
Chalk damage coming out. Along with the wave. Great push from blue team. I love to see that. You know, they saw an opportunity to take both objectives, and they secured it.
Golden hand 3,400.
Oh yeah, Chuck. Yep, there he goes. Chuck just spent his gold getting that R-Indite online. Zemba looking to replace his boots.
You know, it could be a risky play, but we might see blue team go all in here on Titan. Would imagine they wouldn't do that, but it's possible.
I think with the way their alts are, they probably should take it straight to Titan.
Persephone ult lands a mark. Hades is out, uses the beads.
Backline having a hard time dealing with this Chalk.
That is a lot of damage on this Merlin. Merlin looks like he's going to go down here. I don't imagine him escaping that chalk. No, he does not. He does not get out.
Merlin does go down to the track, indeed.
Hades,
Colin
chasing this
chasing
Hades, saying, you're not going to get to my Phoenix. You're not going to get anywhere near that Phoenix. Remember, this is what I was saying about this player damage. If you look again, Hades creeping up there again, getting closer and closer as this game goes on. I think blue team might recognize they have an advantage here. It's starting to learn how to play around this team. Kazembo going in with an ult right onto the Titan.
Comes blue team into the throne room.
I would see an all-out assault here on this Titan. There it is from the Hades. Cola needs to jump in there on that Titan.
Titan's
Well
dead.
played by blue team.
Blue team
Very
takes
well
the
played.
win. 31 minutes in, was almost the same time as the previous game. This time, blue team takes the win.
Bringing it 1-1.
GG. Wow.
GG, guys.
We will be going to game 3.
Let's take a look at the charts here. Slash, you guys are hosting this one. Let's go look at this. Red team leaded the damage charts for a very, very long time, but even with the damage coming from the red team, blue was still came out victorious. Right there at the end. This was
I'm
a
thinking after
fabulous set.
this game, we're gonna see Hades being banned.
Hades and Chalk seem to be very popular picks.
Not to mention, you know, even if you would have seen a Susano here, with the amount of tankiness on that blue team, I don't know that, you know, maybe on the Hades, but I don't know
even
about
think
on the
Susano would be able to. Yeah. Boink on Kumba is a little interesting, but it's not too out of the ordinary.
Looks like everybody's clearing all their camps, buff camps.
Warrior's Blessing on the Chalk. I like the tier 2 trans start on Chiron for the Hunter. Just going to go straight into big power spike. Hopefully on level 5 here.
If he can finesse a first blood, he can get it even earlier. Just be better off. But we'll see.
Again, I'm not a fan of Transcendence on ADCs. I don't know why. It doesn't work for me.
Chiron plays differently.
Ignore that.
We're gonna have to meet Davion here in a second. No, I think Transcendence. It doesn't work on all gods, all ADCs, but for the majority, I agree.
If I see someone play Chiron and they don't buy Transcendence, I'm gonna look at them a little differently.
Alright, Cullen building up that rage. Chalk looking for some poke. Build his Warrior Blessing up here. We've got pots on all sides. Looks like actives are up all sides, both red team and blue team. Gotta start watching out for this Discordia too. Discordia's gonna start trying to poke out here. Great shot by the Chiron with his 2 ability. Kuma's just looking to you know, do what he does best. Just be a disturbance in the team fight here.
Cullen's a little low here.
Cullen in trouble a little bit. I think he's fine. He's going to be safe. He's still got pots going. Kumba's in front here. Just doing his thing.
There's going to be a lot of pill coming from that Kumba.
I'll tell you what I do want to see. I'd like to see this Kazembo get a blink. Possibly get this blink on the Chiron.
Harley, when we're going to play so I can see you build that Transcendence. Because again, I am not a big fan of Transcendence. It's like red team's going to go for the red, and they'll be able to clear it, secure it easily.
Yeah, I see that. I saw that too, the upgraded shell. I think that kind of shows that they're going to be looking to be a little bit aggressive under that tower, possibly.
Heartseeker?
I wouldn't build Heartseeker first, though.
Heartseeker is very expensive.
Yeah, I don't think it's upgraded either. I think it's just blue, so it looks...
Is it? The same color.
Yeah, well, because he has a tier 1 item. There's not enough money for that. That tier 1 item's 600 gold. So he's at 1,300 with just his blessing and his item. So there's no way he'd have the money for it.
I think... Let me see.
It doesn't look like an upgraded, yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's just blue, so it's hard to see the tiers on it.
Yeah, I think I see 2. I don't think I see 3. I don't know.
What's up?
I can't tell right
Eats.
now. Player damage.
They choose a color that's not seen on any of the relics to denote what tier it is.
Right.
3 minutes and 30 seconds
Maybe
in the
like
game.
put a border around it.
Kikola and Kumba up there looking for maybe this Discordia to get out of position. Chop just, you know, doing his thing, staying up in front of the wave here. Trying to get some early clear on this wave.
It's interesting to see though how Chiron is in here. I mean, I personally don't see a lot of Chirons in Joust. Why would you think you would see one in here?
Well, just the structure damage and then the power alone. I mean, you land 3 of those things on Discordia, she's going to be hurting. I mean, look at the damage right now, you know, he's doing fairly well for it being so early in the game. His damage isn't terrible. He also brings a little bit of off heal to his team. I mean, it's not much, but hey, it's still
something.
heals, right?
It also cleanses.
Right. There's
Training exercise.
Yeah, that's an ability that that's still new to me. I still have a hard time trying to cleanse it because sometimes it is a little bit of a reactionary kind of thing, and I'm already expended my training exercise on a minion wave or something else. Looks like red team's going to take another red buff.
seen a very similar start for the Kokolin build, almost similar to last game. I wonder if red team's going to see any weaknesses in that build that they can exploit.
Looks like Kuzemba's already building physical defense because of the Chiron, so he probably won't be doing as much as he was last game.
And that's a breastplate, so expect those cooldowns to be a lot lower.
Interested in sir to me? What do you mean? Sir, I mean, I said sir. Well, you eat someone. What's up? I did say hello. I did see him. I did say hello. But I'm trying to focus on the camera, guys.
Ooh, that Chiron got baited.
That's the one thing about ADCs, man. Early, it's just they're so squishy.
Oh, what's up, sir? You're bad. Miss you, buddy. How are you? I told you, sir, you're bad. We miss you.
I feel like red team's going to start snowballing here. Scordia might get caught out here by Chiron. All he needs is a basic.
Ooh, 2 kills coming from blue team.
I like this. Here comes the Chiron on the chalk from behind. I would have kept engaging out a little bit, me personally.
Yeah, well, you see
As a
red a
Chiron.
lot, so it's not not too surprising that you'd stay in there. I think Chiron was worried about Kuzembo coming back and double teaming him because Kokolin had to leave.
Well, we miss you too, bud.
Kind of a slow start again.
These two games, though, I think it's been very, very methodical, very thought out. It's been some good fights, though, towards the end. But, I mean, these are still some awesome fights between the teams.
This chalk taking absolutely no damage right now. Slash looking at the Discordia. Discordia getting the double mez here. Coming off with the one. I'd like to see Kuzemba's out of mana, not gonna be able to follow up with much here. Chalk looking for, I think, this ult coming up here. If this mez can land on this Chiron, I think we'll see a full go on the Chiron, but
A lot of good action going on. Still 1-2. 8 minutes and 30 minutes. 8 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. Red is going to clear another red and secure it again.
oh, red goes to chalk. Interesting. Could see that though. Early game damage. Chalk's pretty good early.
Chalk with the sovereignty, I think this definitely is another big bruiser build coming in from Chalk.
Just look at that axe. 271 damage with that axe, making Chiron have to back here. It's going to put more tower pressure. Kappa going towards the Chiron, stopping the back. You gotta love the Kappa, man.
The Kappa.
little skirmish here. Discordia just kind of putting poke down on this this Kumba here. And looks like we actually might get a kill on this Kumba. Yeah, it does appear that way. There it is. The apple
Blue
coming
is
down from
definitely
Discordia.
getting a lot of pressure right now. Very hard. Chiron is not very good early.
I don't know. If I was Neo on that Chiron, I think I would be actually saving his cleanse, just for those stripes against Discordia. Those Discordia stripes are really a pain. A little skirmish, but the calling gets out. In blue, blue was the top on the damage charge the last game, or Tail and Neo were top of the damage charge the last game. Now they're behind. What's up, Master Destructor? Lots of action going on, but no real big damage. Just a lot of fights between the beefy front lines. Oh. Kumba gets pulled to the back. Looking for the Discordia. Apple comes out, hits the
Double
combo.
ults on the Kuzan. Kumba, yeah. Unfortunate. Looking for that Discordia, just not enough damage to take him out.
Trock looking for something. Kokalin's still
Stolen
up front,
Bookie to bully.
holding off Kuzimbo and Discordia. That's an interesting ult by Slash.
I think he just wanted to use it before he lost it. Lost it.
Don't be sad. Eat. I'm sorry you're bad. Oops. What the heck is this?
Oh boy, that was
I don't know how
went to
we
a
got
different planet there. I've decided to go take a visit to Hades World.
I think so.
Alright, just another farm phase here. Looks like red buff is going to be going to be contested. Get some wave clear. You know, I'm really thinking, you know, late game this might go to blue team. If Chiron can get online late game and stay within the level range and the XP range of red team, we might see a really good game here. They're going to look to collapse on this Chiron here, most likely. Oh, the Kumba gets pushed out. Discordia backing out of here. Kumba looking at Discordia. A lot of pressure on that Discordia. Kumba's going to take the apple, take a push, take a mez. He's going to get out of dodge. Choco comes down. Kokolin just trying to peel as much as he can. Possibly might take a lot of damage here just for that. Just trying to keep that tower alive. Trying to keep the pressure down a little bit here. It looks like he might have to give it up. And Slash goes down, unfortunately. Just too much pressure there. Have a full wave coming in with all those ults. That might be a tower here. Unless Kuma can stop
Very
it.
close on this tower.
That's going to be a tower.
The objective goes the
Very
way of red
unfortunate.
team.
This tower going to red team does increase the gold lead just to over Looks like
1.2.
1,000 1.2. So a little bit of a gold lead there. Damage relatively close. Chalk taking the lead there. And XP slowly drifting away. Still within grasp, but you don't want to see it get much more than where it's at right now.
Oh,
What do you think, Willis? What do you think about the Chiron selection here?
I mean, I like the Chiron. I don't think that they're playing properly. Eat Stick is alright. Concerned whether or not he's going Executioner or not, which is what I would do.
I think all the health coming on from the red side, I think Executioner would be a good pick.
Chalk getting an early Heartseeker, though, is not very good for them. Going 3-0, he can afford getting that early.
Red team takes another red.
Also, take a look at this Discordia going into what I would think being Reaver. Already has Spear of Desolation online. That penetration is going to come online pretty quick here with this Discordia.
With that 40% cooldown, she'll be able to plant a lot more apples. And Strife probably being up in every encounter. Start off and then an apple. That's a lot of damage.
I think this is going to be a hard one for Blue to pull out.
Blue needs to find something.
Heartseeker's very good on Chalk.
Heartseeker's good on Chalk. I think it's a little too early.
I don't think it's too early with how much of a lead they have.
It's not a bad item. It does give a good power spike. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to get the passive on it.
Chalk coming in with an ult.
That is going to be.
He's chasing down the Chiron.
That Chiron takes one more axe. I think it's. Yeah. I don't know about that back there.
Fortunately, the Chiron escape is strong.
Getting a straight up brawl match here between the Cullen and the Chalk. These are the ones I love to watch. Just straight up warrior beating each other down.
Fortunately, Chalk just has.
Oh,
Oh, here comes
Discordia.
Cullen.
Right
Transform. Discordia taking way too much damage. Has to get out. Kumba's following up. Kumba with the thorns.
Kuma needs to be
Kumba's now
careful.
looking to retreat.
Kumba is
Looking
down.
for some peel from the Kumba. Unfortunately, I don't know if they're going to be able to get in front of this.
Bemba's going for him.
Kumba.
Kumba survives.
Barely alive right now.
Just not seeing enough damage out of this Chiron right now. I would like to see more than what's coming out on these basics. I think
He did
we're
pick
only
up
hitting-
XC though. What I don't want to see on Chiron is crit. Crit into Kuzembo is not good.
Another red buff goes down to the red team. I think that's 5, 6 maybe?
I think with Kuzembo though, I mean it's a double-edged sword, right? If you build that build to, let's say he does go Queen size here, or something of that nature. He's getting the proc off of that Queen size for the health, but remember he's also taking that damage in return. So you definitely weren't going to out-sustain that Kuzembo. So it's just a hard matchup for any ADC against Kuzembo. It's a tough match unless you're an Uller.
Yeah, because Ullr's just 90% ability damage. He does not care.
Ooh.
Big damage again. So looking at this Discordia, they really want this Discordia. Big damage again coming from Kukulin.
Apple off the
Apple's
mark.
coming through.
Zumbo just heals so
And
easily.
if you just look down, look how bad Chalk has forced out this Chiron in this fight.
Oh yeah.
I mean, completely just did not even let him participate at all with his teammates. That's just one of those things, you know.
Really, I think Red right now should be looking for a Bull Demon. I think Chalk can more than harass the rest of the team away from it.
Chiron has on long reach though. He might be able to.
You know, and that's a good point, Davion. I was just gonna say that, and to your point, when you see, you know, Kukulkan go on that Discordia, you know, I'm taking an instant ult, trying to get what damage I can, maybe try to get an assist or a kill there, and then backing off the fight. Because with that Kukulkan and the Kumba, I mean, the ult followed up with the Chiron. If he hits those shots, it should be a dead Discordia relatively quickly.
It's like all teams are going to disengage. Blue team still keeping their Phoenix up, putting up a good fight.
Postal just completely zoning out blue team here, looking for that red buff. The Discordia is closely behind. I think we're going to see a push from the Kazembo coming in right now. There it is.
Red's looking to get aggressive.
Kumba looking to force out Discordia here. The only problem is I think Kazembo and Chalk have a little bit more sustain than this Kumba right now. So if it goes into a boxing match.
All this time, Chiron's taking the red.
Chiron does take the red. I would really focus on this Discordia here. You're not going to get a lot of damage on this Kazembo.
Chalk with an ult.
And that
Primary.
unfortunately is not what you wanted as a Chiron. Great damage from the Chiron. All three shots land on the team. Followed up by Kumba. Kumba's in trouble. Way out of position here. They're going to turn around and collapse on this Kumba. That is a dead Kumba right
That
there.
is a dead. I don't think Kukulkan can save him. And Kukulkan needs to get out of there before he gets added as well.
I think that at this point it's one of those snowball effects where you're starting to see Red Team really take advantage of their lead here.
Go Kuzembo.
Phoenix just tickling Kuzembo.
Red on the Phoenix. Red takes down Neil
And
Stuggan. Takes down
Chalk
Chiron.
just walks in,
Just
kills
Discordia very
Chiron.
low. Got to be careful here, Discordia and Kazembo.
Chalk's keeping Kukulkan under wraps though.
3-level difference. All Kukulkan can do is just hold off Chalk. That's it. Try to hold the wave. Try to hold some pressure off the Phoenix.
That's
That
a
was
good
an
jump
awesome
by
jump.
Kukulkan.
Yes. The turnaround here, Chalk's going to look to get out of this. Don't think he wants to fight that. Good job by Postal, just, you know, staying up there, doing what Chalk does, being a big bully. And I really like the zoning from Red
Many
Team here.
army.
You're seeing a lot of zoning from the Kazembo and the Chalk, taking out key elements of the fight here as we get these late team fights. A lot of their big damage is missing, so that's just due to the natural zoning of Chalk and Kazembo, just not letting them get close to their Discordia.
Looks like they're finally going to try and get this Bull Demon.
Chalk starting at the Bull Demon.
Either that or they want to bait out a fight.
Cullen's here to answer.
I think Wiggles called it here. They were looking to bait. I don't think they're looking to finish that. They wanted to fight. Great ult by Kumba. Let's see if it can be followed up here. That's what I was talking about. There's the ult from the Chiron onto the Discordia. Discordia goes down. This could be a big turnaround here for Blue Team if they can secure another kill here.
I would say they should just ignore those two and kill that Bull.
Looks like the call here is to put pressure on that tower. Could be a dead Kuzenbo.
Right now, I want that Chiron to finish off his build with a Sai. Give him some sustain against Kuzembo. None of them have anti-heal either. How much gold in hand do they have? Cullen has a large amount. Cullen should definitely swap out his blessing. Looks like Chiron's gonna go for Bloodforged or Soul Eater. Not exactly what I would go for. I much prefer a Sai for the flat pen.
Red Demon, about 20% health. I mean, Bull Demon. Bull Demon's down.
This is going to be a Bull Demon to red, yep. We've just seen a pretty significant shift here for red team. I mean, blue team, but I think red team getting that Bull Demon, I don't know. This Chalk has been bullying all day, and I don't see this Chiron being able to get past him. Especially not with this buff. It's a lot of damage. Chalk trying to bait out the ult. This is where you focus on the Phoenix. There's a lot of pressure going on back there.
Chiron and Kumba tearing up the back line. Not Chiron. Cullen.
There goes
Chiron's
Chiron.
down.
Again, Chalk just baiting out that ult, waiting for an opportunity, and he sees it. He takes full advantage.
Kumba chasing
of that.
Discordia all the way to their blue buff, and he gets it. I think that might be Phoenix, though. I don't think Kumba can get back in time to help stop it.
I mean, look at this Chalk, not even having a care in the world. I mean,
His health has barely moved. Red takes the Phoenix.
way to execute with the Bull Demon buff. Chalk healing up again. I wonder if there's any. Do you have any anti-heals?
Only one anti-heal on the blue team, which is a mistake.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, I would definitely, with the amount of healing this Chalk is doing right now. That's a big area of concern for me. If I'm blue team.
It'd be very hard for blue team to recover from this Phoenix.
What could blue team do though to recover? I mean,
Well,
it looks like
obviously
hope to win the fights. That's
The
the only-
obvious choice is get a deicide, but we'll see if that happens.
I think you start off again looking at Discordia. That's your easy kill right there. That's your easy kill potential. So you get Discordia out of the fight. Then you look at maybe Chalk, but the problem is with only one anti-heal item and him having levels in XP right now at this point, I don't know if that would have much effect anyway. So.
Definitely going to be an uphill battle for blue team.
I would have even preferred Chiron going Toxic Blade instead of a Lifesteal last item.
I actually been favoring a Toxic Blade as a anti-heal item, then over Brawler Stick, just because you have the extra movement speed and you do have that attack speed.
And the flat pen.
Oh, that is right.
Brawlers does have flat pen on it too, or not? So it's not a benefit over. But yeah, you do get that attack and move speed as well, and a small health boost.
Chalk still keeping Chiron at bay.
This is what I'm talking about. They're going to look for this Discordia back here, just slowly taking her out of the fight. Now here's the question is who do you go on? You have a tanky Kazembo and a tanky Chalk. So it's just one of those things, and Kumba is going straight for this Discordia. Fortunately, Chiron is now out of position. He's got to find his way back into position here before he gets into a big issue here.
It's like they've been protecting
Chalk
Chiron
is
no
just
more.
doing so much damage. I mean, so much damage, not even taking any damage at all. This is a serious issue for
Chalk doesn't
blue
even
team.
care that he's alone.
No, not at all. But I
Kuza
think they're
pushed up
starting to
this
realize.
wave.
I think they're starting to realize they can go ahead and just end here with the way that how is just not taking any damage at this point.
Kumba's keeping Discordia zoned off pretty well, but it looks like he's going to die here.
Kumba does take a spill.
And Phoenix is destroyed again. Chiron burning his ult on the tanky Chalk.
Kumba's pass is saves in front of death. Red team is aggressing.
Gotta watch out for this Discordia. Full health, full mana. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of damage coming from this Discordia at this point. She's got Reavers, Deso,
Replan to Gorky.
Divine, and Rod of Dahuti. So
Looks like they're going for camps. They aggressed just enough to get that Phoenix down again, and now they're gonna back off a little bit.
did you see that Davion for core?
Yeah, I did see that from Core. That's what we plan to. 3,000 gold in hand. Now 1,500. What did... looks like he just bought a speed bot. Looks like he's waiting to buy something. That is the...
Ooh, Titan's
Chalk.
Bane on top of everything else.
Oh, wow.
This is not going to be good for
That
either
is
one of those
a lot
tanks.
of damage on Chalk.
I mean,
That
you've
is
got
very scary to see.
this is now going to make his Heartseeker even more powerful than it already is. This is going to be some serious damage coming out of this Chalk now, and he knows it. He's won every piece of this.
With only one anti-heal on the enemy team, he can afford to get rid of that defense item. Discordia might get caught out here. Discordia is dead. Uzembo's
dead.
very low.
Chalk's looking for the return kill. Gets it.
This is going to be Chiron versus the Chalk and the Kuzembo. Chalk is actually taking significant amount of damage from this Kukulin right now. It's going to get out.
No one
Good
finally
defense.
caught up.
Good defense. That healing, though, from Chalk, man.
Blues team's Titan stays up for another round.
We really need to
What's the
see
golden
something
hand
from...
looking like?
A lot of gold in Discordia's hand.
Chiron is suffering, that's for sure.
I don't think red team sees this.
It's pulling a
But they definitely heard it.
stealth demon here. This is going to be bad news. His dash is now down. Chalk knows that. He's going to look to aggress here. There it is.
Chiron
There's
was
the
able
Aegis.
to Aegis most of the damage, but it doesn't matter. Could not
Yes,
get out from the Kuzembo ult.
Postal sees that dash down, and he's going to go after that every time.
I don't think that was
That's
a
going to
good...
be Phoenix.
Again, down.
Again, ulting on the Discordia, not able to get the kill from Kumba. Kumba now doing a lot of damage. They might get this. They might get her down.
Discordia again. I don't think that's going to be enough to really save him. Zembo and Chalk are very high health right now.
Red team is wanting more. In the throne room. Chalk ult.
That might be a dead Kukulin.
Cullen
Yep,
is
there he
down.
goes. I think that might be game right now.
This might be game.
That is game.
This Chalk is just doing
Game
crazy amounts
number
of damage.
3. Going to
Berserker
Postal.
Beef Bombs.
Very, very well done.
GG.
Awesome fight, guys.
Wow. Another
GG's.
30-minute plus game. Third game of the
Very nice job.
90
Up
minutes
next
set.
we got insert team name here and conjunction.
Let's take a quick look at the details. Let's look at the damage. Player damage topping out Chalk with 39,000. Almost 40k. Doubling Chiron, doubling Telegaming on the Kumba.